Hey guys, Andrea Lascano with Mobile Trainer in Wichita, Kansas, www.mobiletrainer.biz. I bring the workout to you. Contact me for training. So today is a food video, and it is actually a reiteration of breakfast. It's what I normally have for breakfast, actually, plus something else that's really great. And I'm just doing it in a different way. So if you get bored with eating things in the same fashion, you know, just oatmeal, just fruit, just eggs, scrambled, or however you do it, you can always put them together in different combinations to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm adding kale in, which is fantastic. I don't usually have a vegetable with my breakfast, but today I will. So I'm going to have a kale and just egg omelet. And then I'm going to make a fruit smoothie and include my oatmeal in that smoothie so that I also get my oatmeal. So mine's going to be probably somewhere between 400 or 500 calories altogether. I'm not going to actually calculate it, but it's a great meal size. Sometimes I have a mid-morning snack, a few nuts and fruit and things like that, but here we go. So we'll get straight to it. To prepare kale, of course, you want to wash it. Just get a fresh bunch, and then you want to cut out the center stem, the really dense fibrous center stem, and have some leaves there. So I pre-washed and kind of let this dry. So once you've cut out that center piece, and that looks a little wilty, then we're going to call that good. It's actually quite a bit of kale. You can do as much or as little as you want. The great thing about vegetables is they don't hold a ton of calories, but are super nutrient dense. And if you've heard anything about kale lately, you've heard that it's pretty good for you. So there I have my kale. I'm going to go ahead and start putting this in the pan and just kind of let it cook a little bit. Maybe medium-high heat to heat it up a bit. And that's that to start. And then while that's getting ready, and I'm also going to do, you can do 2 or 3 eggs with it. Sometimes I have 2 eggs in the morning, sometimes I have 3. Whatever, it's up to you. So if I'm going to do my smoothie, I'm going to use almond milk as a base. I quit drinking soy milk and I am on almond milk now. And this is 90 calories in a 1 cup serving, 25 calories from fat, 15 grams of sugar. So there are sugar in this, and there's sugar in your fruit, and there's sugar in your oatmeal, depending on if you do the packet or the quick oats, which I recommend the quick oats if you're trying to keep sugar down. So I'm going to do probably a little less than a cup. You want some kind of fluid base, so if you don't want to use milk or almond milk or something like that, then you can use water, and it will keep out the calories and give you some fluidity. So it's getting a little wilty. As it gets a little bit further, I'll add in the eggs. So there's your milk. Then I'm going to add in, I like to use some frozen fruit because with the frozen fruit, it's kind of like adding ice and allows your smoothie to be a little bit frosty, and that gives you a great frosty flavor. So I'm actually going to put my orange in first. You can use half or a whole. I'm using a whole one today. So whole orange. I'm going to do some frozen blueberries. Not a ton of them. And I'm also doing some frozen strawberries, so that's a lot of fruit for one smoothie. 1 packet of low sugar oatmeal or a half cup, quarter cup of quick oats, something like that. So that is ready to blend. And my eggs are almost ready to be added. So I wanted to cook this a little bit, so if you were doing like a spinach omelet, for example, you'd probably cook your spinach a little bit in order to make it less, I don't know, make it more wilty, like it's supposed to be in an omelet. There's my 2 eggs. 2 eggs probably would have been fine, and there's 3. So I should just call this scrambled eggs with kale. because my omelets don't turn out perfectly by any means. Alright, there we go. There's eggs, so just let it cook a little bit longer. And we have all of our ingredients in the blender. Go ahead and put it on your blender. You're going to want one that is strong enough in order to mix your mixture here. This is a KitchenAid. I'm going to puree. And that should about do it. And you can do it as many times as you need to if you still have chunks of strawberry or other frozen fruit. If you want all of your fruit to be frozen, or more of your fruit to be frozen, make it a thicker shake or a more icy shake, then just pre-prepare some fruit, pop it in the freezer, or use frozen fruit exclusively. We're going to try this a little bit more. That's done. This needs flipped. Don't forget your cooking spray. Alright, so one of my favorite little additions to breakfast, I like to use I think it's called Cholula sauce. This is the chili lime version. This is my favorite over the original. My niece loves this stuff, so we use it on our eggs, and I'll probably add that to it. Don't forget your water. As always, you need plenty of water throughout the day in order to just function properly, because your muscle is 75% water. Don't forget. So, we have our little shake. It's done for the most part, and it's just really pretty. This one's a little thick, but if you don't mind it having some chunks of fruit in it, that's good. If you do, you can always get rid of them. And my omelet, or my scramble, is done. So, completely different than how I presented my breakfast before. Usually I have the fresh fruit on the side, fruits in the smoothie, oatmeal's in the smoothie, milk is in the smoothie, and eggs with a little bonus, with a little bit of kale. Don't forget your water, and if you're drinking coffee, coffee. So, again, Andrea Lascano with Mobile Trainer in Wichita, Kansas, www.mobiletrainer.biz. I bring the workout to you. Hopefully that gives you some idea of a variation for breakfast. So, have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.